evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another edition of Gridiron Weekly. We're joined by John. Bill's got the night off. Bill is securing a new domicile, so we wish
Nice.
him congratulations. And he
Yep.
says he's going to have a state-of-the-art studio. We will put him on notice and have a tour of that as soon as it's ready.
Yep.
But I was out last week. Now we have this. This week we're going to talk about the Big 12, which is a conference that's famous for its defensive prowess. If you know the Big 12, you know that was a smart alecky remark because they just simply don't play defense in that league whatsoever. And we've seen it. And it amazes me that Oklahoma left because they didn't play any defense. They got a little bit better, I guess, in the SEC, but, go figure. The Big 12. So biggest story, I think, right now, John and I were just talking about it off camera, behind the scenes, is Brendan Sorsby and Texas Tech. Now, everything John's read, everything I read, I don't think he's going to be on the team. I think, the fact that he got caught betting on his own team as well. I think he's going to be out, which leaves them. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with these allergies. Which leaves them in a pickle. They have Will Hammond on who was their starter, player last year. He tore his ACL on October 25th. It's usually a 6 to 9 month process, so he should be at the 9-month end of it right now. But we don't know if he's healthy. We don't know what's going to happen. And Texas Tech famously, they don't have an issue with utilizing NIL. So they should have plenty of NIL as they did last year. And they had a very good squad last year. Heavy on the defensive side of the ball, not as great on the offensive side of the ball. And I think that's what Miami, they were the first one to get their shot at them. And they exposed that offense. It was bad. It was bad. So they won it, they won it last year. So we're going to start with our in-depth look at Texas Tech. So your initial thoughts on Texas Tech?
Everything is there, but the quarterback, everything, offensive line, defensive line, it seems to be stacked. I mean, some places say it could be the line might be the best in the country, offensive line. So, I mean, it's ready to win. I think it is. It's ready to win. I don't know. Wide receivers, no, they're good. They got veterans and running game. It's just the quarterback. If not Sorsby, if he won't be back. Hammond, I read back week 3 at the latest. So
wow, that's kind of late.
Yeah, that's what they thought. Who knows?
I was kind of shocked at that. I guess it was the end of November, so you figure, end of October, so you figure November, December. There's 2 months right there. You figure come July he should be up and running. So maybe I guess you're right. Yeah.
Because what do they got? The schedule's pretty not that strong either for them.
No,
like it's not a real tough schedule, even out of conference. All that. Oh man, to me they got everything you want. So repeating all they need is or being winning the champion, winning the Big 12. All you would need probably is just mediocre, decent play at quarterback. By the way, I see it, because if your lines are that good in that conference, I think you're going to be pretty good, man. I don't know.
So yeah, you look at them. They did a fairly good job in the portal, and everybody's predicting them to go undefeated again in the regular season. I don't know that says too much about the conference because their offense is not a top 25 offense in the country. I don't think.
No,
and they were easily exposed by Miami, who was not a juggernaut on offense. They had good players, but it was not. By no means was it a juggernaut on offense. I mean, you had a quarterback that, Uga didn't want. He did very well, but you still had a quarterback another university didn't want. So I don't know what that says about their conference, and I don't know how that prepares them for the playoff. I mean, a lot of this was based on the fact that they're going to have Sorsby.
Right.
It looks like they're not going to have him. You never say never in college football, but I'm reading a prediction that was only done 5 hours ago that talks about it's CBS, just 5 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they predicted them to go undefeated 12-0. I mean, their non-conference schedule is not very strong.
Nope.
They go to Oregon State. They have Houston, which might be, and they have Sam Houston. So, if there was a Bill Houston, I'm sure they'd play them. But I mean, that's not the toughest out-of-conference schedule. And then you look at their conference, and I mean, quite frankly, nobody really scares you on that conference.
No.
I mean, for me, we'll get to the picks, but I would lean more toward BYU with Bear Brockmeyer.
All right.
If he tones down the interceptions, and learns how to navigate a pocket without running every single time, I think they'll be better off. But as far as I mean, you're right. Texas Tech has the line. They spent a lot of money on that line, and they have a defensive line that's good. Even they lost the number 2 overall pick.
Right.
I mean, it looks like they are the odds-on favorite to win. I just don't know. I don't know about their offense really.
How about the thing with Texas? They were on with Sarkisian saying about kind of. I don't know. I think Texas Tech said we'd like to play a week 1 if we could. I thought that was interesting, and I'd love to see it. But
I would love to see it too. I don't know why. I mean, Sark has proven he can get his teams to play, but they're not ready week 1.
No,
I mean that game against Ohio State last year was wretched,
pathetic. Yeah, so I thought that was fun. I don't know, man. I just it's too bad for Sorsby. I don't know. I don't know where he ever ends up again. I mean, how's an NFL team? It's tough. But you know how you talked about off air. All you got to do is look up Pete Rose's name. That's all you got to do and see.
Yeah,
I don't know if any league's going to want this.
I don't know. You're right. And the other thing is, what kind of education are they giving these players?
Yeah.
I mean, you bring them in for their first meeting. I mean, I would just run a loop of players that, pro, college that have been arrested for betting and just say, hey, we can laugh at these guys or we can learn from these guys. It's just not the way to go. There's far too many sites and it's far too easy for them to bet. I mean, everybody has a casino on their phone.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'd offer help to the players because it's gonna just simply ruin their lives. I mean, they could get into debt. Plus, now they're vulnerable with the NIL. They're vulnerable to the underworld, right? Some mobster comes up and says, "Hey, throw this game or do it. Do this, and I'll give you, even more money." Who knows what that leads them to? But odds are they are the odds-on favorite to win the Big 12. They got Ben Roberts coming back on defense, which I loved him as a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Will Hammond on there. They don't have a strong quarterback class. They just don't.
It's tough.
Hayden Phillips out of Lubbock, Texas, but he's tiny.
Right.
They're not. They don't have. I mean, it does not look that great of a quarterback. I'm just going through more of the numbers here. Kirk Francis, 6'2", out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Metro Christian Academy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, doing great things in the world as far as making everybody not worry about the quarterback. It's a weak quarterback class they have. Go ahead.
And I'd imagine he'd be their week 1 starter if he's not ready. I feel like Francis is the guy who will end up starting.
Probably. I mean, but they're just tiny. Holden Phillips, tiny.
Yeah.
He's a redshirt freshman. Francis is a junior, so he has the experience. But I don't know. Will Hammond's a sophomore. If he were healthy, he obviously would go. But they don't have a lot, man.
No.
They have Steve Cannon. He's not any much bigger. He's out of Georgia, Benedictine Military Academy. He's 6'2".
It's too bad we can't make trades because I'd go call Oregon and see if what's his name Raiola felt like
he wanted to move. They got another redshirt freshman, Lloyd Jones, bigger kid, 6'4", out of Hitchcock, Texas, Hitchcock High. I mean, he looks to me like to be a sort of a multifaceted, both run and throw. But they don't have a lot of experience, man. You're right. They should. And it makes me wonder why did Dylan Raiola go there?
So strange. Right. I mean, I still don't understand.
We'll get into that when we do.
Right.
Oh, we already did Big Ten.
We did them.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that is a strange move for him. I thought he would go somewhere and be a starter. There's plenty of programs out there that would have had him start. So I'm not sure why the hell he went there, but whatever. That's where he went. All right. So on from Texas Tech, as I'm reading, we'll just go through the way they have them ranked.
Okay.
So next up we have BYU. BYU's got the brother tandem of the Brockmeyers. I kind of like BYU as a dark horse. What do you think?
No, me too. I like it. I like the running back. I like the whole. I like the head coach. I like everything about BYU. I liked them when they had the kid who just before the quarterback before them.
Yeah, who went on Tulane.
Yeah. I like and I like them. They would be my definite dark horse. Possibly they're the second best team. They could be Texas Tech. You could see that.
Yeah.
I
think they could.
Well, they got Notre Dame. That's a nice way to. I don't know if that's week 3 or week 2. They play Notre Dame early,
right?
And that's
maybe you catch Notre Dame on a bad day. I don't know.
You never know, right? But I like that though. That's a good one because even if you lose to Notre Dame, but you play really well, that's a good sign. I mean, that tells me that they'll probably be, they can win the Big 12.
I think they can. I mean, obviously, it's going to be up to Bear Brockmeyer. I mean,
Yep.
that's going to be the biggest. L.J. Martin, I really like. You're right. I forgot about him. He's a really good back. Runs hard. Wide receivers, they have a bunch of guys that can catch the ball. His brother Tiger's there. Tiger and Bear Brockmeyer. I don't know if their parents were fans of the outdoors, but yeah, and they always have. They always have the Samoans and the Tongans on the defensive line.
Right.
They're very, very strong. They always have good linebackers. They don't have the best safeties and corners, but they make up for it with other stuff. But yeah, I think they could definitely win. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech is in too much of a conundrum here with this Sorsby.
And then we might be, as we move on, there might be we'll have to figure it out. Well, there might be a gap there. Even right now, for me, like Texas Tech, BYU, and then after them too.
So they played Notre Dame at the midpoint of the season. So they got Utah Tech should be a win. Arizona's not that strong. Colorado State's not that strong. TCU, Iowa State, Notre Dame at UCF, Arizona State at Utah for the Holy War, Baylor, Kansas, and Cincinnati. So, I mean, Baylor's going to be interesting when we talk about them.
Yeah.
Because they have DJ Lagway. So, but I'm with you. I think that BYU has an extremely legit shot of contending for the Big 12 this year. I think there's just too much distraction going on in Lubbock at Texas Tech. Way too much distraction. I think he's bringing them down. I think that the more they fight, the more energy they put into it. Because you obviously have to start coaching somebody else up, right?
Right.
I mean, you're not going to have a guy who you had his attributes. You're not going to have him. So you obviously have to keep the ball rolling and go to somebody else. But it'll be definitely. I think those are the top two. Next on the board, we have the Utah Utes, where they have a brand new coach. Kyle Whittingham retired and went to Michigan. So, Utah Utes. So who in the world do they project? Hold on. Do they project a quarterback for them? They project
Dampier, whatever. I don't know if he's still there. I think he is. Yeah, he must be.
Yeah, they didn't really list anybody, but I think it would be him, right?
Yeah, let me see. Returning. Yeah, he's got to be the guy.
I mean, he's got to.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they? And of course, what's his name finally retired. Good Lord. Their quarterback that was there for 17 years.
Right.
I mean, he finally retired.
So because this guy, he came from he was there last. He was a transfer, I think, from last year. Okay. Yeah, yes. He is the guy. He's probably. He's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the conference, possibly. Maybe.
I think so.
I mean, what's he, a sophomore? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there he is, front and center. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know that they contend because I don't think he's that strong of a quarterback. But I definitely think they can compete and still make a bowl. Maybe they're an 8-9 win team. Maybe.
Yeah, because they lost a lot, right? A lot of guys went to Michigan. A lot of players moved on. No, yeah, right. That's why I think there's a separation here. There between the two we just talked about and everyone else.
No doubt. I think it's bigger than what people think it is.
Yeah, because 9 wins. I don't see what they have last year. How many wins did they have last year? 11. Utah.
Yeah. So I think they're down. I think they're 8-9. I mean, you have Utah State Aggies. You got Iowa State, who lost a lot of players that went to Penn State. Yeah. It doesn't look terribly menacing, the rest of the schedule.
No.
So I think they'll definitely have a chance,
They'll be a bowl team, definitely.
Yeah. They have Idaho and Arkansas out of conference. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else on there other than the conference. I mean, the Texas, or I'm sorry, Vegas odds are 8.5, so we're right on.
Yeah.
That's where I think about where they were.
That's a definite. I mean, they're tough enough to get you 8 or 9 for sure. I mean, I just, who's the head coach now? Who is it?
It's
Morgan. I don't know who this is. Morgan Staley. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him. I think he might have been. He might have been off the. He was on their staff.
Okay.
He was on the staff at Utah. Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, maybe he brings some of that pedigree over. Who knows?
This is a step back. It's going to be a step. No chance they win 11.
No. Nope.
No way.
He did coach Utah to the win over Nebraska in the bowl game.
Okay.
But I'm with you. I don't think they win 11. I think 8 to 9 is probably accurate for them.
Mhm.
But you're right. I think after those first two, Texas Tech and BYU, I think it takes a nice healthy dip, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And
No
then
doubt.
after that, we turn to this is where it falls off even more,
Yeah.
right? Because then you go to Arizona. I don't think Arizona has all that much.
Right. No.
I just don't think they're.
They had 9 wins last year. I don't.
Yeah, they had
Well, the quarterback, right? That's the kid.
he didn't go
Nifta or whatever. Fifth. Yeah, Noah.
right.
Right. Yes. I mean, I don't know. This is another team that probably takes a step. Well, with the conference, maybe not. They're probably in this same range. 8 wins.
Right. Noah Fafita.
Yeah, that's it.
He might be. Yeah, I mean, he's not horrible. But that's another team. I mean, we're getting down now. Because I think Arizona State could have competed. They did with Cam Scattaboo and what they had over there. But their quarterback went to LSU to go be under the tutelage of Bill Aiken's favorite coach.
Yeah.
in Lane Kiffin.
Somehow they always end up in LSU as favorites.
Right, I know.
It's weird.
So Arizona, I think accurately, I think it's probably 7 to 9. I really do. Houston, I don't think Houston has anything again this year.
No,
I'm not sure they're going to do anything in the. I mean, you're looking at they did have 10 wins last year. Willie Fritz,
right? But
yeah, they got a good running back, Mikey Hughes and Connor Wigman. So I don't know. Do they make some noise or not? Maybe not. I think maybe not.
It feels like there's going to be a lot of. I don't know how it's possible. A lot of 8-win teams or something.
I don't think it's going to be a strong year for the Big 12. I don't.
We're gonna have a lot of bowl representatives because there's a million of them. But I mean,
right? I mean, you could squeeze a bunch of 6-win teams out of this. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I just don't think they have. I don't think they have what it takes, though. I mean, they're. I don't think they're there.
There's probably going to be better conferences we do later on after the SEC than this one, and I like this one. This one will probably still be fun to watch late night.
There's no doubt about it. They have some of the most. And it's due to the fact that defense sometimes is optional.
Yeah.
But it makes it for a great viewing late at night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, up next they have Arizona State. They don't have a lot either, unfortunately. Kenny Dillingham does a great job, but I don't think, Sam Levitt's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good. I mean, the guy really, for me, he just didn't take care of the ball that much.
Right.
That was not his most definitive quality. But I mean, they should be a little bit better at this point. But I just don't think. I think they're another team. I think they're going to be in the doldrums. No big splashes that I read about.
No.
In the transfer portal, so they're going to be stuck with kind of the same team they had last year, but not enough players.
Yeah, right. Because Levitt's gone, like you said.
Right.
So he went to LSU, and yeah, they'll take it. Well, they have 8 wins, so they may go. But you could see them with 6. 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't. I just it's going to be down. They're just not going to be as good as they were. Oklahoma State's got what's his name? What's his name? The new quarterback they just transferred in there. I can't remember his name.
Hold on. Let me try to find it.
Nunamester, something like that.
Yes, that's it. Mestamaker.
Mestamaker.
Brew.
Right. So he's a dark horse for.
I kind of like
for a number 1 pick.
I like that North Texas quarterback. Yeah.
I mean, North Texas. They took the coach from there too. So
right. That's not.
Yeah, he brought his. I mean, you look. Let me see. They got Tulsa in the first game, right? But then right after Tulsa, week 2, they're going to Oregon. That's a tough game.
That's a big. Yeah.
So after that they have a softie in Murray State. So the team should be 2-1. They come out 3-0. Look out.
Oh, if they beat Oregon, wow.
Yeah, I mean he's a new coach. They're not used to him, and he did do very well at Texas State. I mean, he had those guys, scoring as at will pretty much, Yeah,
and he brought his running back with him too.
Correct, and a wideout, I think.
Yeah, they did. Yep, Wyatt Young.
Wideout, yes. Yes. So I think, as I look at their schedule, so you got Tulsa, Oregon. So you figure win, loss, Murray State, win, Oklahoma State, West Virginia. I don't think West Virginia has anything. So
No.
we might be able to say win there. UCF is always tough in the bounce house, but say they win that 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4-1. Going into Houston, Houston could be tough. They won 10 games last year, but might be a toss up. Maybe they go, 5-1. Colorado, I think, is wretched. I think the Deion Sanders experiment is over. I think they win that game. That's 6-1, and they have, or 7-1. They got Oklahoma, they got Iowa State, Texas Tech as a loss, and Kansas. That's not a horrible schedule.
And they won 1 game last year. Am I right in reading that? Oh,
Yeah.
Could you imagine what a turnaround? If they could get a bowl game and 7 wins.
Yeah, and I'm looking at there's some games. So last year, they got smoked 69-3 to Oregon. But week 4, Tulsa, Oklahoma State was 19-12. That could have been a win. Baylor just outscored them 45-27. Arizona outscored them or crushed them. Houston crushed them. Cincinnati crushed them. Texas Tech 42-0. Kansas was 38-21, a little closer. Kansas State was 14-6. UCF, they only lost by a field goal, 17-14. And Iowa State was a touchdown, 20-13. So, maybe they turned some of those games around. This is probably a 6-10 win team. I know that's too broad for some people, but I could go 7-9 easily.
And that's enormous. That's huge. That's
six games better. Oh my God, yeah.
And a bowl,
right?
For sure.
Right.
Oh,
and I think they can do it only because you finally get rid of your coach. Finally, the man, the 40-year-old man has left. So, maybe they shake things up there. They keep saying Houston is a dark horse.
Right.
So we'll see. They have Houston finishing 5, Oklahoma State finishing 7, which I think is good.
Right.
All right. On we go to Kansas State, which I kind of like Kansas State, right? I don't think they still have their quarterback. And, he's the one that chased out, what's his name? Your quarterback from Ohio.
Oh, wow. Will Howard. Yeah.
So Avery Johnson's still there. He's only a junior. He can that guy is a really good athlete at quarterback. So,
it appears the offense is going to be good.
Right. It's the age-old problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do they play enough defense for it to matter? Right. And they probably don't have the greatest out of conference, schedule as they should, right?
Well, right.
Who
do they get? Who do they have?
Let me tell you 1 second. Let's see. So they open up against Nickel State. That's easy.
Okay.
Washington State. That's easy. They go Tulane. Tulane.
Yeah.
They go Cincinnati, Houston. Then they got the battle for Kansas. Then they got Arizona State, Colorado, TCU, and Iowa State. So
that's not bad.
It's not. You're out of conference. Nickel State and Washington State are just not that. Nickel State is not that good, and who knows? We haven't gotten to the amazing reinvention of the Pac-12 yet. So, but can't imagine they're getting a lot out of there.
Maybe 8. No, maybe 8. 8 wins. They were 6-6 last year.
Yeah, I would say that's not out of the realm of possibility. 8-4.
They should beat bad teams. I feel like they should beat the bad teams for sure this year.
They have the offense to blow just about anybody out.
Right. Yeah.
The water. So as I'm looking at their scores from last year, Baylor, that was their heartbreaker, 35-34. They just couldn't stop them. But you look at the Utah game, 51-47. That was a hell of a game. And then beating Colorado last game in the season. Yeah, I could see that. I really could.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. They should be able to be at least competitive. Not contend, but competitive.
Competitive. And I always look for, I'm sure they still, the university, I don't know anymore. Maybe things have changed, but you should like a bowl game still. I would think.
Right. Unless you're Notre Dame and you're eating your cornflakes.
And you're pissed, yeah.
And you decide not to go.
But these guys should love it. I could see it. I don't know why not. It's 8 wins would be where I think they'd be at. They got to be. I'd be shocked if this team only won, regressed from 6-6. Wouldn't you? If they had 5-4 wins,
I would.
Avery Johnson's too good. Joe Jack, all these guys. It's kind of a pretty dynamic offense. So that's enough for me to win 8 at least.
I would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
All right, up next we have the University of South Florida with the Bounce House. Thoughts on I'm sorry, South Florida, Central Florida. Any
Well,
thoughts on UCF, the Knights? Doesn't
yeah,
really tell us who their quarterback is going to be.
right.
Let me see who they're going to start.
You got a transfer from James Madison.
Yeah, Alonzo
Um,
Barnett.
we got
Who's
Scott Frost, of
yeah,
course.
Barnett's a really good quarterback. I mean,
Well,
when he played against Oregon's reserves, they had a good time. I mean, he was right there. So
right,
it'll be exciting to watch him. See what Scott Frost, kind of a Scott Frost kind of guy though, 5'11" ish, 6 foot ish, about
right.
215. Kind of what he's looking for. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, that's a,
They open up against Bethune Cookman. That should be a win. And then they go Bethune Cookman and Georgia State are their out of conference games.
all right.
So that's 2 wins. And after that they play Pittsburgh. And who
That's
the hell knows what Pitt's going to be?
right.
There's just no telling. Then you got Georgia State, which is a good one. They should win that one. You have TC,
Right.
then you have TCU, you have TCU, Houston, Oklahoma State.
And
So
every one of those to me are toss ups. All that mid Big 12 teams, you know
sure,
what I mean? They all feel like who knows?
right?
This could switch from they were 5-7 last year, maybe 7-5.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me if they won 5 either.
No, and they have. I'm looking as far as where they spread the big boys.
Right.
They don't really play. They have BYU week 8, which is they'll be in the midseason,
That's tough.
and
Yeah.
they don't have Texas Tech this year. So really, you're only playing.
No Utah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're only playing BYU. So it doesn't look like a terribly difficult schedule.
Because like a UCF Oklahoma State game is going to be interesting. That actually probably be a fun game to watch.
No doubt.
Somewhere to be found.
No doubt.
But then again, these are teams anywhere from 5 to 8 for these guys.
I agree. It's the way the middle of it's going to work this year. Baylor UCF is going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
They're going to be fireworks in that game. I think the biggest loser in this conference is Colorado.
Huge. Yeah. That's just gone so bad.
Nobody's going to want to play his nonsense.
Right.
Right. It's different when you're winning, but now they're not even winning. Right.
No. And I don't know who's the quarterback. Julian Lewis. I jumped to Colorado already. I'm just looking.
Yeah, I don't. I saw Lewis too. I don't know. And how long does that person stay till he gets bored of that person?
Yeah, and they had a lot of guys leave. I mean, and I don't blame them. I don't know why you'd stay.
There's no reason to stay. He's an ass.
Yeah.
He's proven that he just can't win. I mean, they said the first year when he went 4-7, that's the worst they're going to be. I think they were wrong. He had the 1 year. The year after that was decent, but after that, it's been all downhill.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter how many pro football players you bring in. Your team is junk.
Well, no, yeah, his offense, his coaching staff can't. Yeah, you're right, can't play. So I mean,
bring all of them in, all you want, but I mean, they're not doing anything.
No one drafted last year.
That's insane.
So I mean, it's over. I guess maybe that's what it is. The excitement is, and a lot of these people don't care anymore. That's the one thing I think.
Right.
I was saying that about Belichick a little bit. Now we're getting kids that's parents don't even care.
Correct.
Like they didn't even see them. They don't care. They might as well be black and white films.
Correct.
And so what would be the draw? Why am I going to Colorado? The only reason I'm going to Colorado is because I can't go to the others.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it ends up being.
Or I like to ski.
I like to ski. Yeah. That's it.
That's about all. All right, up next they have the Horned Frogs out of Texas Christian University. They are kind of, I mean, Shobi, I think it is their guy, maybe a quarterback.
Let me see.
What do I have? Transfer. As I was reading earlier,
I don't even know who the hell. I got Jaden Craig as somebody.
Yeah,
a trade from Harvard.
Right, and people liked him too.
So
they like that move. I don't know. I don't have any film on him at all.
No,
I didn't see a lick of. I mean, they opened up last year with that they went down 7-0 early to UNC, and then everybody realized that UNC was terrible, and Belichick was a terrible coach, and they just rolled.
And they lost. Yeah, they lost Hoover, right? They lost him in the court. Yeah. Well,
he left.
You can't make it up. You can't. When that happens, you're done. You're kind of just shot. Sadly, right. A school like TCU, they're just shot. I mean, when they go,
but I mean, they're 8-4 last year. You come this year, week 1 again. They have UNC at home this time. Then they go UNC, Grambling State, Arkansas State, UCF. That might be a 4-0 team.
Is that game in Ireland? The North Carolina game, by any chance?
Is that the one that's in Ireland?
I think it is. Yeah, I think they get to play that game in Ireland.
That's not the worst one. The worst one is the one in freaking Brazil.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody in Brazil dying for college football. There's not that many expats there. You know, if you want to go to places that with dominating expatriates, good Lord, in Panama, there's so many Americans there. It's ridiculous. I don't see them going to Panama City for a game.
Right.
You know. But yeah, that's the one. That's the one in Ireland, UNC and TCU. I can't imagine that's going to be a competitive game.
No, why do that to that? Again, if you want to play games in Ireland, there's one team that has to always go, and it's Notre Dame.
Of course,
be there if you want to do it. I mean, I'm sure they don't want to go every year either.
Right. But I mean, you look at UNC. You're talking about a 5-6 hour flight. Not much different than going out to the coast.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Unfortunately, because it's now the ACPC, UCMC, all that nonsense with those 2 California teams in. Yeah. But I mean, TCU, they're coming from Texas, a little bit longer of a flight, but it's just stupid. I agree. Notre Dame should be there the whole time.
I don't see a way TCU does better than last year.
I don't know.
It can't be.
Well, I mean, they have those cupcakes. Okay. They have a chance to get to. Well, they should get to the BYU game week 5 as a 4-0 team. They should. I mean, you should beat North Carolina, you should beat Grambling State, you should beat Arkansas State, and you should beat UCF with a talent on your team, right?
Right.
So you should head into BYU week 5 4-0.
Ooh, I look forward to the UCF game. I can't wait for that one. That's
game. Gonna be a good game.
That's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be one hell of a game.
That's going to be a turning point because both those teams will probably be under.
Probably 3-0.
3-0, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, after that, you go to Baylor. Baylor's got Lagway. And then you've got West Virginia, who has nothing, right? And then you have Kansas, Arizona, Kansas State, Utah. They have the big boys at the end. They play they play the top 3. They play Utah week 12 and week 13. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's tough, especially at the end of the season when they're both, those two organizations or universities should be, narrowing in or trying to get into the expanded playoff if they do it, but in the regular playoff.
Right.
And then play BYU. I don't know. They go into that BYU game 4-0. We'll see if they can make any noise. I don't really think they can.
Right.
But they still should. I mean, you still should be respectable. I mean, they I would say you're right. Probably another team that I wouldn't be surprised at 6-6, 7-5, or 8-4. None of that would surprise me.
Me neither. None of it would surprise me. And it's, they got to they'll have to find a quarterback. I don't know. Maybe this kid is it. I hate to be me, the Harvard stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe,
but everybody liked it.
Yeah.
They liked the move. So, I mean, you also have, I mean, there's nobody else on their roster that looks worth a darn, which is amazing. Even the college game now has a problem with finding the position of quarterback, which is strange. Schobel, is Schobel the one from the Harvard kid or no?
What's his name here? I got it written. I got Jaden Craig, the graduate transfer from Harvard.
Yes. And people applauded that move and said that was truly the way to go.
That's interesting.
Well, it's a graduate transfer, right? So,
right.
I mean, and he's got the Harvard brain. Maybe he makes a little noise.
I mean, sadly, they're bringing in. I mean, I hate to be saying second rate because that's not good. Right. But I mean, it's a bad way to put this. But like South Alabama, they bring a guy in who's the big wide receiver. Right. Big transfer here. Jeremy Scott stuff. He's 6'3", 210, all that. That's good. But it's South Alabama. You know what I mean? So they're already, and it's sad for TCU to be like this, that they're
Right.
now having to pick from the second tier.
Right. They're
So
not getting the Alabama transfers. They're getting the,
no,
the directional schools in Alabama.
that's not
Yeah.
that's too bad.
I mean, it is. You figured but again, they didn't have a quarterback or a coaching change. So, that's when you usually get that infusion of
And
blood.
that's why this losing of Josh Hart, this whole thing sucks because Hoover should be there.
Right.
And it's totally different if he's there. If he's there, we're putting them in the top 3, probably.
I would think.
Just because.
But now he's on to those greener pastures.
Yeah.
In the plains. So we'll see if we'll see what he does. I'm interested in that too.
Going to get himself drafted.
Yeah. Sure. I know. That's so bizarre the way that works out.
Mm-hmm.
So bizarre. All right, now we head to West by God. I don't know. I don't even know what they have. I've got to.
Yeah.
They have Rich Rod back. He's a proud guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to.
Quarterback competitions suck in college. When that's being said, we're done. That's truly if you don't have, if you think you have 2, you don't have any. I mean, what that means.
And they don't. I mean, they're out of conferences. Coastal Carolina, who can play? They play in the Fun Belt. They can play. They'd love to go to West Virginia and take their money and beat them. You got Virginia, very stout last year. Why they scheduled Virginia, I don't have any idea. And they have UT Martin is not that good, but those are some tough out of conference games, and they've got, they got to play Utah. They don't have to play BYU, but they got to play Utah, which is bad news.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, bad news.
In TCU, they were not going to win again. I don't know how many they win. 1 or 2, 3, maybe.
Maybe.
If Coastal doesn't beat them as well.
Right. I mean, they got lucky last year because they beat Pitt, 31-24 because Pitt.
How the hell? But yeah.
But I mean, you're right. I'm trying to figure out where their wins are. They're not going to beat Virginia. I mean, Virginia was very strong. They're not going to beat them.
No, they won't. No.
It should beat UT Martin. I agree with you. Coastal Carolina, West Virginia game, that's a toss-up.
Who knows? Yeah.
Oklahoma State, I don't think so. Arizona, Iowa State, Cincinnati, TCU, Houston, Kansas, Utah. It's going to be a rough year for them.
Yeah, and I don't even think Cincinnati or and Iowa State aren't that good. Yeah, they're in trouble. You could, if they lose to Coastal, you could very well see a 1-win season. Because that could be it. That kind of a loss would just be.
It'd be devastating to the team.
Yeah, completely. Already knowing they're probably behind.
Right. I mean, because they're not drawn. I mean, they have NIL. They have lots of oil there, but they just don't have the NIL to draw anymore.
Right.
Their baseball team did well. They knocked out Kentucky last night. But I mean, it's going to be a rough road for them. I don't see many wins. I see maybe 2.
That's what I would. Yeah, and that's a drop from 4 of last year. So that's tough.
I think they go backwards because I do. Let me see. They're out of conference. Well, they had Pitt. They didn't do themselves any. They had Robert Morris and Ohio. They lost to Ohio, which was out of conference 17-10. So I think going from Pitt to Virginia, you're going to lose that game. Virginia's good.
Right.
And going from Robert Morris to Coastal, not the best idea. Right. And then you have UT Martin in for Ohio. So I don't know, man. If they go 0-2, what the hell do they do?
Yeah.
Honestly, what do they do? If you lose to Coastal and then you lose to UT Martin, I mean,
right. Then
Rich Rod's done. How could he's not going to win a game?
No, and then he's going to be fired or something. Yeah. You're going to be Owen. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you go over. I mean, they're not picked last though. The Vegas does not have them last.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the sources that it was a composite based one, and they used Athlon, CBS, ESPN to do their projections. So the 11th, they have West Virginia at 11th. Yeah, out of 16. I think that's extremely generous.
That's high. That would be a great year for them, probably.
I think if they finish 11, I think so as well. I mean, I just don't see them. I don't see them having any sort of anything.
No, me neither. There's no way they're not better than Iowa State, and Iowa State lost a ton.
Right.
So,
including their head coach.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, ironically enough, That's who we have next. At number 12, predicted by those different outlets, is Iowa State. Iowa State took a hit by losing their coach, losing their
Yeah.
quarterback. I really want to see what Beck does with Penn State. They lost a bunch. It's going to be a tough year for them. But let's see who they have. They have Southern Missouri, Bowling Green, and of course they play Iowa.
Right.
But they still have to. So they got to play Iowa. They've got to play BYU. They've got. That's it from the big boys, though.
They have to win those first two. Nowhere in they can't lose any of this.
You think they can beat Iowa? I mean,
they play Iowa right off the bat. Okay.
They play first is Southeast Missouri State, I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be a win. But then week 2, bam, you're in Iowa.
Yeah, that's a loss. So,
but then you come back you have Bowling Green, from the MAC. That might be a win. Should be a win, right?
Has to be a win, yeah.
And then you got West Virginia, so maybe you
a win.
Maybe you could come out of those 4 3-1.
Has to be a definitely.
But then you're going to BYU,
and you're losing there, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I mean, against some of these teams, I mean, I could see them. I don't know that they're doing better than 6 wins. I don't think so. I think if they get bowl eligible, that's a massive win for them.
Yeah, because I don't. Can they beat Arizona? Can they beat? I don't know. No, I don't.
Because I
don't know what Jalen Rayner is. I don't know how good he's going to be.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to look at they have Connor Moberly. I don't know Connor Moberly that well.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have. It's not a strong quarterback room at all.
Yeah, so their 6 wins would be a good day. Would be a good year.
God, yeah. If he ekes out 6 wins, the new coach, come on.
I mean, it's tough. You lose Campbell, you lose your quarterback, you lose everything. There's no way. They could. 6 would be a great year.
It would be huge for them.
I do think they're better than West Virginia, though. But
I do too. I don't know why they're there. I mean, Arkansas State was average last year, or maybe a little less. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I think they're better than West Virginia. However, we're being outvoted by the critics,
right,
and the sports writers because they have them at 12th. Now, a surprise for me at 13, it truly is Baylor. I think Lagway is going to do well there. I do.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him there where he can just throw the ball.
Right, he's going to toss it everywhere.
Yeah, what a difference from Florida. I mean, what a difference in competition. I mean, all of it. It's gonna. Yeah, I don't see how they don't. Now, there's a perfect example just because of him. Right. Unless it's that bad everywhere else. I'm trying to see what they're telling me. They're saying the strength of schedule is pretty tough.
Well, they open up against Auburn.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but then you come back with Prairie View, A&M, and Louisiana Tech. So I mean, you figure 2
wins, yeah.
And then week 4 you have Colorado. So you're 3-1 after 4 weeks, right?
They could play, and then Auburn's interesting. That will be an interesting one. I mean, I'm sure they'll lose. I'm just curious. You never know.
Well, Lagway's not going to be intimidated. I mean, he's coming from the SEC. He understands Auburn after playing them. I mean, again, it sucks for them because their final 2 games are BYU and Texas Tech.
Yeah,
that's just brutal at the end of the year.
I mean, DJ Langway, remember he saved that. I'm drawing a blank on the coach's name there. He saved his job that 1 year.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it. Towards the end.
No doubt about it. Well, they ran off those victories. Yeah, it's going to be. I think that coach went to James Madison.
Okay, I wonder why Langway chooses here. This is interesting to me with Langway. Like, I think of some of the places. Like, could you imagine if you pick up Langway and throw him on Texas Tech right now?
Oh my God!
The way you'd feel a little better about Tech. You know what I mean? Even maybe a legitimate playoff team, not just because.
So put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
You're a prize transfer. Do you do it right away? I mean, you're certainly running the odds because I think the window closes. So I think you have to decide, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think you can wait to transfer.
and then stuff happens like this with Sorsby. I mean, it's
right. I mean,
that's what it feels like happened with Raiola.
yeah.
Like we thought he was going to go to the draft, then he doesn't go to
Everybody
the draft.
had him going in the draft.
Yes.
And he figured, hell, they've sent in the first round Bo Nix. They've sent Herbert. Now they're sending what's his name, and that could be the fourth one. You're right. Yeah. I mean, that probably factored heavily into his decision. But you're right. You put somebody on there on Texas Tech. Holy Lord! You imagine Hagway would be unbelievable there.
Yeah,
he would light up Lubbock.
So in Baylor, that's going to be interesting. I can't wait. Again, this is why people gotta watch this conference. Anytime Baylor plays is going to be interesting. I don't care who it is. Let me see Baylor UCF. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's going to be a blast.
If they play, I don't even know, but yeah.
Yeah, they do. Week 9.
Okay.
Friday night game. How awesome will that be?
Even when they play the big guys. Let me see them against BYU. Yeah, I guess we don't know. It'll be interesting if it. Problem is, I don't know what their defense is like at Baylor. I have no clue. First-year defensive coordinator, okay. They're rebuilding. It's going to be tough. They can't stop the run. This thing says. I don't know.
Well, they haven't. I mean, they fired because the defense was shit.
This is going to be rough. So Langway's going to have fun.
Yeah, of course he is. Those are going to be incredible games to watch.
Yeah,
because they're going to just let him. They're going to cut him loose. I mean, he is going to throw the ball all over the yard. I mean, I just think he's going to have a good time. I really do.
Yeah.
Now we come up on Cincinnati. Who I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest.
Here's a team that we talked about last week. Who did we talk? Luke Fickell. Me and Bill, and this is where he comes from, right? Isn't it Cincinnati? He came from, and it was and man, Cincinnati's just.
It's also where the Notre Dame coach came from.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know with this team. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still living off of that. Every time I hear Cincinnati, it's all I think of.
Yeah,
is that
right?
So,
I mean, it got Fickell a job.
It did, yeah, and they put a few guys in the NFL this year, drafted at least.
They did, yeah. It's just I don't know. I just don't know that they're.
I mean, Georgia Southern transfer to be the quarterback.
Right. I mean, what do you have? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't look great. I mean, let's see. He opened up. Well, I mean, they did themselves well by taking on Boston College off the bat.
Right.
Boston College is terrible. So they go Boston College, Western Carolina, Miami of Ohio. Again, a team that should start out 3-0.
Yes. Another 3.
I mean, Miami of Ohio is tough in the MAC, but Western Carolina is not good. Boston College is not good. You have them both at home. That should be wins. And then you have Miami of Ohio. Kansas State's going to be tough.
Right.
Then you have Arizona. West Virginia should be a breeze. And then you go back-to-back Texas Tech, Utah. And then you have Houston, Iowa State, and you finish off with Colorado, Baylor. Or Colorado, BYU. So it's an unforgiving schedule in.
But they could get probably 6. Is my out of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say I know they can get 5. Now who can you beat? Can you beat Kansas State, Arizona, Houston, or Iowa State? I think they could beat Iowa State. Maybe.
Iowa State would be the one. Yeah.
That would be their 6th.
And that would put them in a bowl game.
Yeah.
So,
but they're gonna have to work for it though.
Yeah, and that'll be a good one. That's a good year for them. I know last year they won 7, but just getting in there, that would be good.
Oh my God! This is another team. If they're able to Houdini their way into a bowl game, come on.
That's good.
Oh my God! Up next we have Kansas.
Huh.
Kansas Jayhawks. They still have what's his name quarterback, right?
Who do they have? I got them listed as having some kind of competition.
Well, yeah, I guess he did graduate. Their guy that had been there forever.
So again, here we go. I mean,
Jalen Daniels, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Finally.
Yeah, he was there forever. Yeah, it is definitely a quarterback. They have Jalen Mason, young kid. Yeah, they're definitely going to be. That's going to be a little bit of a
This is
struggle.
going to be tough this year. This is not going to be good. I look at the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the MAC because I watch a lot of. I'll watch a lot of University of Buffalo stuff, but they got to transfer from there. I mean, I don't recognize his name, so that's not good.
No,
the wide receiver.
I mean, they did themselves a favor. They opened up against Long Island University. That should be a win. But then you take on the SEC in Missouri. Missouri is, that's a border battle. Missouri's good.
They're going to kill them. Yeah, Missouri wins big time.
And then you go Arizona State. You come back with Middle Tennessee, so you should be able to beat Middle Tennessee. And then you've got, and then you come back. You have Utah after that, and Kansas State, the battle for Kansas. And then you go Baylor, TCU, UCF, West Virginia, BYU, Oklahoma State. I'm not finding a lot of wins on there, man.
No, maybe they are worse than no. They're going to be right there with West Virginia, I think.
I'm looking at 2 to 3 wins. They have to beat West Virginia to get their third.
That'll be a bad, yeah.
Because that's a tough schedule. I mean, Arizona State, I don't think they win. I think they can beat Long Island, Middle Tennessee. I don't think they're beating Utah. I don't think they're beating Kansas State. I don't think they're beating Baylor.
Nope.
I don't think they're beating TCU. I don't think they're going to beat UCF.
They beat none of them.
No, Kansas, West Virginia, that they might be favored in that game. And then they have BYU and Oklahoma State. They won't be favored in either one of those games.
No.
So you're going to be favored in 3 games. You better win them all because this is a 3-win team.
So you're going to have like West Virginia, Kansas, and probably Colorado holding up the rear of this.
Which is just not good.
No.
Not good.
And I'm going to say this is a little bit damning, I guess, for Dion, unfortunately, is Kansas had 2 guys drafted.
Right. So, right. Oh, yeah. Jalen Williams went. Or Jalen, what's his name went? Daniels went. I mean, I like him as a third, as a guy you bring off the bench a lot.
Definitely. Yeah. Those 3 teams are tough. I can't find wins other than their soft, preseason game, whatever you want to call them.
They're 2-0.
Yeah.
But again, you don't win that game.
Now we're talking 0. Yeah. Who knows? You're winning 1.
Right. I mean, you hope you would beat LIU and start off, undefeated. But after that, it's just, I mean, Missouri is a tough team.
Oh, they're going to get murdered. Yeah, they'll be. I mean, get buried. Yeah, I can't even imagine what the line on that would be. So, but think about it. It's going to be Kansas will play West Virginia. They both could have 1 win.
Correct.
If any.
Correct. And we come up. Bringing up the rear it's a clown show now. I mean, I don't know what in the world they're thinking in Colorado.
Yeah, no, it's
terrible.
He has gone. It started so exciting to quickly. You know what I mean? It was quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the one year was kind of like a must see thing. I couldn't wait to see what I was going to see.
Right.
And, yeah.
And then we did, and it was bad. So they're out of conference. They immediately play Georgia Tech. They're not going to win that game.
No,
Georgia Tech has Mendoza's brother. They're not going to win that game.
No.
As out of conference. The other out of conference they have is Weber State. They better win that game.
They better win.
Yeah. They better win that because they go after that. They go Northwestern, who's very competitive. And then you go Baylor, Texas Tech, Utah. I mean,
they're going to lose to Northwestern. I think they definitely lose to Northwestern.
That's what I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
you better beat Weber State.
They're going to have 1 win. I mean,
because you go Texas Tech, Utah. They're not winning either one of those games. That could be those 2 games. That could be over 100-0.
Yeah.
Then you got Oklahoma State, Kansas State. You have Arizona State. You have Houston, and you finish with UCF. I don't see them winning. First of all, they won't be favored in any game except for Weber State.
They could. Wow. If he goes, he was 3-9 last year. He's going to go 1-11. I mean,
yeah,
he's got to be fired then, or it was his contract. I don't even know. Maybe this is the final season for him.
I don't know his contract situation, but I wouldn't take him. He's not a coach.
No, and no one should take him. I'm going to assume it's done. Like there's nowhere else for him to go.
No, I mean, and if you did take him, it'd be a team that wants the show just to put butts in the seats, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not hiring him on his coaching merit because he doesn't have it.
No, he ended up having to go back to Jackson State again.
Something like that, yeah.
where he did great. It was a great job. I mean, did it all there.
They didn't dominate. They didn't.
No.
They should have dominated that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Shador and what's his name? They should have dominated that.
They really should. Yeah, it should have been a circus, and it was. Yeah, no, you're right. No wonder why that guy wouldn't shake his hand. What was it? I forgot what coach that was.
Yeah,
but no. Can you imagine one win?
I think he's scrambling state coach.
He might resign. I know he has health issues too. I don't know if the whole thing.
Right, he might resign because of his bladder cancer.
They probably should have seen if that was maybe a. Because I don't know, the recruiting's terrible. He did nothing. Right. They did nothing here.
He's lost like close to 200 players.
He did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. 36 players got out of there.
Yeah, I think the first year was the worst. They lost 70. I mean, if you lose that many players in a 3-year span, there's something wrong with you.
You got to get out of there too, though, because you listen to him talk. Even when they show him in his in-game stuff or like in the locker room, because of course we got to see that. I don't know if I'd sit there and listen to that.
It's nonsense.
At that point, it's
not X's and O's. It's nonsense.
You're getting nothing from his. You're just not. You're not getting anything from it. Maybe if this was 20 years ago, if he'd decided, I don't know, if he'd decided to coach right when he got out.
Well, I think his biggest mistake was he was offered Auburn, and he didn't want to do it because he's friends with Nick Saban. I'm like, guy, if I were you, if they get rid of Mike Norvell at Florida State, I mean, that's your only chance. You have to go somewhere where it's established, they have a pipeline of kids. Nobody grows up wanting to go to Colorado.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Auburn, Alabama, Bo Nix grew up wanting to be an Auburn quarterback, right? He went to Florida State. He can draw every person he wants in the world to Florida State. They've got loads of talent in the state of Florida, right?
If one of those teams pick him, though, can you imagine? I don't even know how that would go for him.
Well, he just has to. I mean, he has to understand his role. That he's just a motivator. He's not a coach. I mean, he has pro offensive and defense coordinators because he knows he can't do it. Right. So if he maintains that at a bigger school, Colorado's not a draw. It's not a draw. Florida State is a draw. Auburn is a draw. Right. And they have money. Colorado doesn't have any money necessarily. No. Like Florida State's loaded. They have the Seminole Nation, and you look at Auburn, they're loaded in that campus.
Yeah.
And that was his mistake. If I were him, I would have said, yeah, we're friends, buddy, but we're going to be in bed. I'm going to be right. You come out of the living room, I'm going in the living room.
I can't even imagine that it would have mattered to Saban. Like, that's what I wonder. How much could it have mattered to him?
Especially since Saban has played every one of his freaking assistants.
I know I don't think
he doesn't care.
Yeah. That's a weird one. That might have been more of an excuse than a.
Well, I don't think he wanted prime time.
Right.
Like, you go to Auburn, that is prime time. You go to Florida State, that is prime time. Like, I mean, those schools have national championships, multiples.
You get exposed. Yeah, he'd have been. Yeah.
Well, it's fine to be exposed, but you have to have the talent around it. It's like, like the Tomlin factor. Like, you're not the smartest guy. I hate to tell you, guys, you're not the smartest. If you get talent around you, that's what matters. You get people who are smarter than you around you, and you just do your stupid, pregame blah blah blah.
Right.
And Warren Sapp would have come with him. I mean, right. He's out in Colorado. He would have been on his team at Florida State. I just think that it's nonsense. It's just nonsense speak, and I think he's done. How can you go back to back and maintain your job? Plus, he's expensive.
Right.
And I guarantee you, Colorado, if I were them, I would be hyping him to everybody because somebody's going to pay the rest of his bill.
No. Yeah.
Right. Have Florida State pick up the bill. Have Auburn pick up the bill. Right.
I wonder if they would still do it. Do you think they still do it? A Florida State or an Auburn?
I think Florida State's crazy not to. Crazy.
Just to bring him in, just for the.
Oh my God, yeah. Just for the hype alone. The alumni comes back, right?
Yeah, that's true. Now you got the money. Yeah.
And you're going to get all the recruits.
Right.
I can imagine you're not going to. I mean, I think those are the only teams. I think Auburn's probably out, but I think Florida State's is a possibility. Because what's Norvell going to do?
Right.
They're not any good.
They're not any good. Yeah.
They've been upstaged by, and plus you have to take on Mario Cristobal, right? Yeah, he's kind of running the state of Florida. You bring him in there, then you have Mario Cristobal and Dion. One's in the South, one's in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
I think that's the only shot that Colorado has to get rid of that guy.
And and they need it to happen because this he's away. It's just, and it always looked bizarre out there with him. Always. It just didn't seem right. None of it.
Always. And it worked for Colorado. They packed that freaking place, man.
Yeah.
They got lots of money from donors. I just would not hire him. I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't either.
I would convince Florida State that they need him, and Florida State might. I mean, they might need him.
Right. Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, so
All right.
all right, ladies and gents, we have pretty much of a consensus. We think it's Texas Tech to lose, but depending on their quarterback situation, it could be
BYU
more than that. Could be BYU, Utah bringing up the rear. They're new coaching. He took some players that's going to hurt, but overall, it's probably Texas Tech to lose.
And my only opinion is after you get past Utah, then we go down to West Virginia and Colorado and Kansas. The middle's fun to watch. The middle's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Baylor and all them TCUs all play each other. So,
those are going to be fun games, and they're just going to be games that you're going to love watching. Really,
yeah.
I mean, the defense again is going to be optional, and man, they're just going to go up and down the field. It's going to be freaking awesome.
It'll be great.
Yep, can't wait. We'll come next week. Next week we are doing
SEC,
because we're taking the top 4, and then after that it's going to get fun because we're going to have the Fun Belt, the American, and a couple others. And we're going to start talking some pro football because we know there was news, but we'll get there. We got time. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Lights out buttons.